Okay, so this is a new balloon design related to vases. And so what you can see here in the front, I have a clear balloon, a vase, that is holding a nice rose flower. And so of course the nice thing about the vase is that it stabilizes a flower. And so these vases are 3 balloon vases. And so here I've got one with brown, with my little sunflower design, and then the rose here is, because I wanted a longer stem, I didn't use my rose balloon that uses 2 balloons that are both red. This one is a pentagonal anti-prism on top, and just a whatever stem you want, so there's not much happening. I think I have, if you can see, there are like 2 little green bubbles in there, so just to stabilize it a little bit. But essentially then you've got the pentagonal anti-prism, and then, anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. It's the vase that I'm interested in here. And so here, this design is essentially a truncated tetrahedron. Yeah, that's essentially what it is. But to make it a little bit more stable, or hold the rose, and I added some bubbles in there. Oops. And as well, you can see it here. And so it's brought in a little bit. But anyway, there you go. And now I'll try to show you how to make just the vase. But essentially it's exactly the same design as my truncated tetrahedron. Okay, let's make the vase. Okay, we have 3 balloons here, and we do essentially the same thing with each of them. Okay, and so what we're doing is making a kind of like a little dog's head, or maybe an antlered thing. So you start with small, medium, 2 smalls, and back to a medium. And there is the little antlered head. Okay? Continue on. 1, medium, small, small, medium. Boom. And finally, small, medium, small, small, medium. Okay. Good. And so now we want to connect these 3 things up, and the way we do it is first we make a little connector. And so this is the, if you remember the design for the truncated tetrahedron, this is the part that connects those corners. And so now this is the key piece, and what we use this one to do is to lock in the other balloon. And then we just pull that nib in and stick it in the middle. Okay, and then we continue along with the turquoise balloon. There's my connector, and the connector, and then the end piece for this gray one. So the gray one, we just sort of push it in, and pop that sucker in the middle. And now a connector here, and this little guy. It in. And you go. Okay, so that's the first step. You end up having your 3 pieces. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull them in towards each other and connect them together with a triangle. Okay, and so that's this. This last one is a little bit trickier because it's got to go inside the other balloon here. So it's going to come through this hole. Okay, so there's the top part of the vase. Okay, and so unfortunately I got the gray one's a little bit longer than the other 2, so I'll start with the smallest one. So here is the part of the vase that extends. So if you look here, it's the tall part. Unfortunately this one's not going to be quite so tall, so I'm going to make it about there side. Now I make the connector. Sorry, not the connector, the thing that's going to be part of the corner. And then I have to leave room for 5 more segments, and so let's say here. And so my 5 segments, getting in the way there, buddy, is large, too small, and then right there. Okay, and so what you can see is there's the head, and so now I'm going to make the same thing for the green, right there, say, and now let's right away tie this sucker off. Okay, and so now I need 5 out of this, so probably that should be okay. Ooh, it's a bit tight here. Medium, small, medium. Okay, this one's a little bit on the tight side. Now, I'm just going to not worry about this one so much because I'm going to have to trim it. One little guy here. Now, how shall I do this? I'll just do it like that. A little bit tricky. And now you just make little bubbles here. Pop it in. Pop this sucker in. Okay, now I should let off some steam here. Ooh, that one's going to be tight, isn't it? Let me just see if I can let off a little bit of pressure here. Okay. Oh, looks like I might not be able to tie this sucker. So I'm going to have to cheat and just wrap it a bunch of times. Okay, I'll deal with that one later. But anyway, such is the vase. And so what you have is a nice dish for the part, and then the rest is more or less the stand. Okay? And so now you can take a flower like the 8-fold symmetry flower here and just pop it through. And if you want, you can pull it through a little bit or a lot, depends on how tall you want your flower. But essentially, there you have this